Yeah, you can say that this is my favorite competition. I like the eChampions very much, and I like it to win it.
As Emre opens up his account, he is inevitable.
I never like to be number one seeded. It gives like a little bit of jinx, but not really much people like to play me, so it gives me a lot of confidence.
Emre Yilmaz is in the top 8.
Razvonio sam da to je jedan odbor igrač, zna kako da igra pravilno i se nadam da ćemo da pobede.
Alihanlion!
Yeah, he's of course very young of age, 16 years of age.
How big could that be for him?
He's very talented, he's very good, but I think I can win by controlling the game and put good pressure on him.
Nadjavam se da spečera trofej, защото това е моята цел.
Ice cold Alihan.
So to be in the top 8 in the biggest playoff in Europe and to be every time in the last game for the biggest competition in FC Pro, it's half the world.
Nicholas can wrap it up now. Rivaldo!
To be back in the finals means a lot. I won it back in 2022 and feeling unable to do it twice. So let's see.
I know he's one of the greatest players in FC scene. I respect him. To be honest, I don't care about the name, and if I'm better, I will win. If I'm not better, I will lose. So I will give everything to win this game.
Ilian has gone in front of this game.
My match against Ilian, I think, would be tough. He played really good. He's really fast with mechanics and that stuff. But yeah, let's see. I think will be really tough. But I think I'm able to beat him.
This is it.
Straight knockout football.
It's win or go home.
This is the eChampions League quarterfinals.
Well, from 36, it's down to the final 4 here in Munich for this year's eChampions League final. As we welcome out the first 4 competitors of the pack. As Emre Yilmaz will take on Alihanlion, and the Iceman Nicholas will take on the Frenchman and Ilian. Both quarterfinals taking place at the same time, but what's on the line is more cash and a step closer to the trophy, which a handful of these players have already done before. Myself, Brandon Smith and Ryan Pessoa will be guiding you through our first set of quarterfinals. I mean, where do you look on this bracket, Ryan? Everywhere you look, there's quality, there's names, there's champions of the eChampions League. It's going to be an unpredictable night here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's magical, and the fact that 3 players have already won this tournament in previous years goes to show the level of competition, but yeah, it's crazy.
Absolutely. Well, guess what's even more crazy? Guess what? You win $75,000 tonight. You win that trophy over my shoulder. Guess what else you win, Ryan?
Talk to me.
You get your own Icon SBC in the game that you can use at home. You can complete an SBC when it comes out. And all I'm going to say is it's one of 6 different Icon options that they're allowed to use. So, chat, Ryan, have a guess. What Icon do you think could be in the 6?
You want me to have a guess?
Have a guess. Give me a name.
Who I'd want, right? I would go with Thierry Henry. For me, favourite player in the game.
Imagine if Thierry Henry got one. I mean, that would be...
Must complete.
That would be absolutely ridiculous. Chat, we can see you from wherever you're watching from all around the world. As we said, the winner of this competition gets their own Icon SBC. Last year, Johnny, we knew how much he loved Drogba.
Yeah.
He loved him that much that he had to make it into an SBC.
Yep.
Anders Vergang won the FC Pro Open. He went for Bastian Schweinsteiger. And the best part is the Pro actually has influence on that item as well, Ryan. So, play styles, in-game stats, roles.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Incredible.
I mean, look, we'll get your prediction as well. But as I said, it's one of 6 different icons they can choose from. And I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat agreeing with you, Ryan.
Of course, they know that's the best player in the game.
Kaká, I'm seeing Emre. Again, we will confirm the 6 icons as the show does unfold. Let's turn our attention to this one then, because we've got 2 quarterfinals at the same point. I've come into this one and I'll openly say I've gone for an Alihan win. Yep. You've gone for an Emre Yilmaz win.
Yilmaz, yeah, for me, and there's a reason for that. You can see his record on the screen there. Unbeaten in the league phase. 1-5, drew 1, lost 0. Finished top, as we said. He was flawless in that game against Tex, which he did end up drawing. He was down by quite some margin, ended up coming back, so he showed resilience. But he's up against Alihanlion, who doesn't have tons of experience in terms of global events, but from what he's been a part of, he's shown he deserves to be here.
As we said, if you're unfamiliar with the eChampions League and how this format has worked, in the early stages of this year, from the 17 different FC Pro partnered leagues, I'm talking from Bulgaria, where Alihanlion came from. Emre Yilmaz, who played in La Liga FC Pro. Oh my days. Give us a chance, Alihan. I'm just trying to explain the situation. And if you perform well in those leagues, E-Premier League, Virtual Bundesliga, you would then qualify for the eChampions League phase in Manchester, which was just about 10 days ago or so. And it was the best 8 from the 36 that have made it here into Munich. Quarter-final, semi-final and our grand final, all coming live this evening. There will be a champion crowned in a few hours' time. But already, Ryan, 4 minutes into the game, warning shots are being fired.
Yeah, 2 chances split between both of the players early doors. It's just how they both make the game look easy, but they attack in different ways. Emre Yilmaz as well, he's very complete. Alihan loves going through the midfield as well when he builds up his attacks.
Here comes Emre Yilmaz now. Again, if you're unfamiliar with the squad restrictions, Ryan, for those at home that might not be aware of what players are available, it's quite icon-heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very icon-heavy. So you see Henry twisting and turning.
He's onside. Well, someone who's not an icon, who does feature in these teams, is Kylian Mbappe, who has 99 pace UCL Dream Chasers item. Funny enough, this is the eChampions League, so Champions League promo items are allowed to feature. 15 million coins was the budget. And as you can see, heroes, icons, current players, all heavily involved. As David Ginola tries his best to move Emre Yilmaz forward. What do you make of Alihan's team on paper, Ryan?
I think it's obviously fit to his play style. I think what's interesting is the 2 midfield options in the middle there, Matuidi and Vieira. I understand the option of both players, but together I feel like maybe is a bit defensive, in my opinion, because you lack, let's say, something that Xavi has or other players with the passing play styles. But of course it works for him. There's a reason why he's in this stage. The difficult part was just replacing Gullit, and I think that's where it's
a big ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's the finesse, and there's the first shot on target, which will give Emre Yilmaz a corner. We just saw a sneak peek of the other game, which is also live at the same point here.
Can't lose it. Oh, ho, ho.
Mohamed Salah finding the feet of Thierry Henry. He'll try and ball roll into a finesse. He's got that.
He's the most dangerous player in that position.
Finesse play style plus, which I know you're a massive fan of, Ryan, amongst Thierry Henry's overall item. He sort of feels like the cheap R9, doesn't he?
Yeah, honestly, and as you mentioned with the finesse shots, with Emre Yilmaz, he's one of the, if not the best player, in my opinion, in the scene, who can turn half chances into golden ones, almost getting through there. Good defending in the end from Alihan.
And what we can do as well is we can get a poll in the chat of who you think is going to win this game, Emre Yilmaz or Alihan. 2 very different players that have had, respectfully, different careers. Emre Yilmaz, obviously a few years older than Alihan. This is the first year that he's actually been able to compete, Alihan. Only 16 years of age, came through Bulgaria's E-First League. Hang on a second, because the eChampions League winner from 2022 has just gone up by a goal to nil. Nicholas has broken the deadlock, right?
Yeah, Nicholas starting as he means to go on. Do you know what's crazy, though, is the fact that he was very nearly in a position where he wouldn't have even been in contention to reach this stage when he got a red card against Fuma. But for me, that was one of the best performances I've ever seen from Nicholas.
Back to this one now. But the point I wanted to make about Alihanlion, first time he's been at a LAN event of this course. In his groups in Bulgaria, right, he scored 80 goals.
Ridiculous.
Which was just part of his domination on the way through to qualify. It was only one player from Bulgaria that got this opportunity to be at the league phase, and he was that good. He was able to find himself a way through. Won 4 games, lost 2.
Oh, that's lovely.
Here's Thierry Henry onside. It's a cheeky chip. And it's the breakthrough in this grand final. It's the 2023 champion, Emre Yilmaz. And who else would it be, Ryan, for summer than Thierry Henry?
Yeah, TT. Just look at the way he builds up here for that first-time through ball. Used the play a lot, triggered it when he played the pass. Henry's in behind. You're not going to stop him. And it's just about whether Emre Yilmaz has the composure. And, of course, you've already seen it throughout the years. He has that.
Well, that's the scoreline you can see. Is that a little spoiler?
Hold on.
Nicholas might be cruising. So very nearly was Emre Yilmaz.
Hey, that keeper movement from Alihan is goal-saving, literally. To move the keeper there, incredible.
Well, keep in mind, this is a 9-minute half straight knockout game. No best of two, no aggregate score. Thierry Henry makes it 2 in 25 minutes for Emre Yilmaz. We know he's been on this stage before in Istanbul back in 2023. But he was able to hold his nerve and pick up the eChampions League trophy. What happened here?
It's a bit unfortunate because there's no one really contending for the header in the air, and then it falls perfectly for Emre Yilmaz. And when you get the ball to Henry there, as we said with the first goal, it's just about picking your corner. Look at this play from Nicholas. Quick passing. Ilian can't stop it there. The low driven with Pele into the corner. Nicholas 2-0 up. The one thing you can say though, Brandon, we've seen from Ilian this tournament is you can't count him out from any scoreline. So there's still a long way to go.
It's not the situation you want to be in, is it? Oh, no.
Flying.
Oh, no. Emre Yilmaz. No reaction. He's 3-0 up in 29 minutes. And he's giving this young man quite the welcome to the biggest of tournaments in Europe.
Just look at this, Brandon. Player lock inside, cancelled, driven to the edge. First time passing, little toe poke, Salah 3-0. Alihan's looking behind that night watch and it's kind of just like, hold on, what's going on?
He's not the only player that's gone 3-0 up.
That's horrid. That's a mistake.
This.
Oh.
What is happening on the big stage for some of these players? Is it the experience coming through? Is it the nerves, or is it just a moment of lapse of concentration, Ryan? Because two of those mistakes have not been great.
I don't know what's happened there with Ilian. He's very unlike him to give away chances that easily. I would say defensively is his weak point compared to offensive aspects of the game, but to pass the ball out there with the keeper it's unforgivable. But again, we can go back to that game against Jayden. It worked in his favour where Jayden gave away a few easy goals and then couldn't get behind the defensive line there.
Well, we did ask you for your say at home of who you think is going to win this game.
He's done it again. He's off that time. Oh, you can't even blink when you're defending against Emre.
The games have been moving so quick and fast. 67% of you have gone for an Emre Yilmaz win. I'm sure that number would have been even higher now, knowing that he's 3-0 up in under 30 in-game minutes. At the moment, Ryan, looks like my prediction's out the window.
Yeah. The thing is with Emre, Shell said it as well in the analysis, he's such a complete player in the sense of you have to worry about Trevellas, you have to worry about finesse shots, first time through balls on the floor in the air, player locks. He's just so offensively structured. It's a nightmare to play against.
One thing you don't have to worry about, Ryan, is celebrations.
Yeah, keep it quiet.
Emre Yilmaz will not move a muscle, let alone make a noise when he scores. If he wins the Champions League, he might give us a smile.
You might get a smile.
But to the point you made about him being such a complete player,
It's a mistake.
as he looks to find a fourth now with David Ginola, Emre Yilmaz is cruising.
This is ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. What is going on? Emre Yilmaz is absolutely flying.
And that man's watching in the audience.
Yeah, there's Mumsy with Anders. Just look here. It's a bit right there. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but then you press tackle, you don't win the ball. In behind, green times. Emre Yilmaz, he knows. He's a step away. He won't feel secure yet, but somebody else that's in a 4-0 lead position. It's, again, another toe poke with Pele.
Without me sounding rude at all here, do these guys know that this is a quarter-final in an eChampions League? Because both previous eChampions League winners are leading by quite some distance in the first 45 minutes already today. The point I wanted to make there, Ryan, sorry, is that Emre Yilmaz, such a complete player, he's the only player that's not lost a game.
Yeah,
still.
And he spoke about how he feels like it's a jinx being first seed, but surely that would give him heaps of confidence in the sense of everybody knows you haven't lost a game, so you have that fear factor. And Ilian Bushi, player in behind, 30 minutes, Harry Kane in on goal. He opted for the pass across goal, and even with the green time finish to secure the 100% goal there. So way back into the game.
Here's a stat for you, Ryan. I'm just looking here for Emre Yilmaz across the matches of FC that he's played in 2025, and I'm speaking in La Liga FC Pro. I'm talking the FC Pro Open, the finals there, and the eChampions League.
Look at him.
He's lost 4 games in 2025.
Ridiculous. You've got to think the level of competition as well. It's not just against any old random players. It's against the best of the best, and he's So he's just showing that he's on a different level right now, to be honest with you.
And that's 30+ games as well. Even more than that. He's only lost 4 of his last 30 games at LAN. And those losses were against the likes of Obron, Leandro Peixoto, once in the groups in La Liga, and in the grand final against Nicholas just a month or so ago.
Ooh.
Well, half-time is on the horizon here, but for Emre Yilmaz, he could not have had a better start than this. Maradona finds the feet of Omri.
Raw finesse.
Is he looking for 5 before the halfway point? He might be on for it. Ginola scores. And Emre Yilmaz might just be playing the best FC that he's ever played in his career. That was the goal back on the replay again. You said maybe before the break we'd see one more, Ryan. The composure there.
Emre Yilmaz is an absolute joke. I'm going to be honest with you. You saw there as well. They split the screen between the other game as well. Ilian Bushi 4-2 before half-time as well. There could be a comeback on the horizon, and it was very similar to his game against Jaden. He was 4-1 down in that game to get to this stage, and he ended up coming back and winning 5-4. So maybe he's got
that's the point, isn't it?
It's a good omen, though, because you've shown that you can come back from those deficits, so it'll give him just belief. I think that's the key. When you're down by that many goals, it's just about having belief. Don't know what's happened here with Alihan, though. He's just been caught out. Emre Yilmaz has just come on into this game flying.
Well, let's have a minute over in this game, because in case you've missed this as well, Nicholas was 4-0 up in the first 30 minutes against Ilian Bushi. Ilian has got 2 back in that time. He'll be on for a third before half-time. Ricardo Kaká. Ronaldo, a block. What half of FC this has been! 7 goals between the two. This is prime time eChampions League football.
Here, I thought he overcooked it a little bit with the step over, cancelled the shot because he didn't get the animation he wanted. And he played it into a barbell for a low dribbling at the near post, and it's completely turned this game on its head.
Well, I was about to... the one thing we've not been able to do in this game, Ryan, I feel like, is be able to talk.
Yeah.
We've not been able to discuss points or moments, because there's been so many goals. We have had 12 goals in the first half across the 2 games. What I wanted to ask you, though, Ryan, and those at home is, remember, the winner tonight will be able to choose an Icon SBC of their choice. It's one of 6 different options they are allowed to pick from after they pick up their trophy at the end of the night here. Throughout the show, we're going to be giving away the 6 icons that they could win, in terms of the options of SBCs that you could be seeing in future weeks.
Oh.
Let us know your predictions of who you think might be in the selection. As Nicholas
Loves a low driven. Wait, that's a
He's giving away a corner.
Hold on.
He's giving away a corner. What's he done that for?
He's going to get punished.
Nicholas making pay for his error. Added time has been played by a minute. Pele back to Vieira. He takes the time in the world.
That build-up, though, from Nicholas was unbelievable. Ilian was all over the place. But I'll be honest, for Ilian's perspective, he'd be happy with that scoreline. Shot, or power shot, blocked there. The passing is just, it's different. It's different. 50 minutes in, Alihan line is 6-0 down. I don't even know what to say. It's just a shake of the head from him, but...
I don't know what's gone wrong there. I do not know what has gone wrong there, other than you can maybe just look at nerves. Look at the chat now. We'll get some of your predictions up.
No.
Very shortly.
It's a difficult position, sorry to cut you off there. It's just because for Alihan, you kind of need to go all out, but then you're going to give up so many chances. Is that off? It's onside.
Well, we asked you at home. There's 6 different icons that the winner can choose from to be an SBC, which they can have their say in customising that item. I can confirm that Ronaldinho is an unbelievable shout.
Yeah.
But
should I tell you something, Brandon? Don't know if you saw it.
Go on.
Icon I got for my 15-0 rewards this weekend.
Oh, it wasn't, was it?
Of course it has to be.
Of course it would be.
Oh, yeah, you already know. R9. Have a packed R9 this season, the one I'm missing.
Bad news for you. Ronaldinho is not in the 6 icons that you can choose.
No, see, I'm happy with that because I want to enjoy my one for just a little bit longer, you know.
There is a Brazilian in there.
Okay.
There is a Brazilian icon in the 6. You know what? We'll reveal it by the end of this first game that it could be, as Nicholas makes it 5 goals to 3.
straight after half time as well.
Have a guess.
Brazilian icon, yeah? Rivaldo?
It's not Rivaldo, and it's not Ronaldinho.
It's not R9, is it?
It's not R9. That would be quite an item. Some of the chat saying, thanks for spoiling my night. I'm sorry, I'm just going to give you the facts, all right? So you won't be surprised when the winner does choose whatever icon SBC it is. There is also a Mystery League tonight, which I'm sure people will be guessing. These are the upcoming quarterfinals after this as well. Johnny takes on Mark Marley, VfL Bochum against Brighton of Albion, and RB Leipzig against Torino. Anders Vergang against the Serie A Italian champion in Samu Gamer.
He's going to win that.
Hang on, 5-4!
Went near post. He went near post, and I understand it because the obvious thing is to shoot across goal, but Nicholas moved the keeper near post. He's going to get punished straight down the other end.
Harry Kane, has he got the legs?
Ooh.
He did get away from his on-rushing defender. Needed help of Buffon to save it back. Alihanlion has got a goal back just after the 60th minute. But it's a little bit too late, really, isn't it?
He's going to need to score straight off of kickoff. Just to get, you never know. Ooh, could have been a goal back again from Ilian there, but I'll be honest, I think 6-1 this moment against Emre, I think his job done, but yeah.
Ginola into Kane again. Nicholas always been in the lead of this one. He had a 4-goal cushion by the 30th minute.
Surprised that went a foul.
Hang on here. Where's Ilian Bushi going? Towards the back post was the idea, and Lucio just about in the way.
You can tell Nicholas is in Ilian's head. Just the way he's second-guessing it, where it looks as if he's second-guessing some chances, whether he could have shot across goal or gone near post or gone for a finesse or a back post cross. There's so many things that Nicholas can confuse you with just based on the way he defends and moves the keeper.
Well, keep your guesses coming in. As I said, I'm going to reveal one of the 6 icons that the SBC could be for the champion at the end of this match. All I've said is he's from Brazil. It's not Rivaldo, it's not Ronaldinho, it's not R9.
Kaká?
It's not Kaká, Ryan, it's not. And there's also a Mystery League up for grabs tonight, which if you do find out what the Mystery League is, you can complete some objectives in the game. Oh, whoa, look at the feet from Pele! Nicholas! Calm, composed and cold as ever.
It's just a touch here, look. Takes this with Pele, the other side where the defender's running, completely sold him. And then Green timing it restores a 3-goal lead in this game for Nicholas. And he needed it, to be honest, because when you're 4-0 up, you start to hold on.
Hang
So
on.
he had to score straight from kickoff. Alihan crosses the ball in. Rivaldo, 67 minutes, 4 goals, and about 20, 25-ish minutes with added time. You never know.
It would be the biggest mishap I think we'd ever see.
Yeah, 100%.
To lose a result of that level. Tell you what, though, he might have some momentum building here, Ryan. Because Alihanlion,
If he scores from this, yeah.
is up for another chance.
No way.
Mbappe.
Oh, I think he
Love
wanted,
the idea.
he second-guessed a little bit with a finesse, and then he got caught out a little bit.
And as much as Pele did just score that unbelievable goal, unfortunately, he's not one of the icon SBCs of choice.
I'm running out of Brazilian icons.
If you have just joined us today, it's our quarter-final stage of this year's eChampions League. That's a free
It's
kick.
a red. That's pretty sure that's a red, you know, because they've paused it. I think that's a red. I'm almost certain because it's a free kick. They're gonna give that as a red card. I promise you.
Well, as soon as we get it on the replay run, we'll confirm it. These are our first 2 quarterfinals. As it stands, Nicholas is on his way through to play Emre Yilmaz in a confirmed semi-final. Well, your guesses then. I'm going to reveal one of the Brazilian icons that are in the one of 6 choices that the winner will choose at the end of play here tonight in Munich. It's not Cafu.
Cutting too early, Ilian.
Neymar? He's not an icon.
Not yet. Not yet. Actually,
No.
he forgot. Oh my goodness.
Garincha. I'll have to give it away in a minute, aren't I? All right, there's your answer. That's one of your 6 icons that will be potentially coming into the game.
What, so that's the answer.
That's one. That's one of 6.
Remember, I'm pretty sure they had an SBC item earlier this year that was unbelievable as well.
So remember, at the end of tonight, the champion will get to choose one of the 6 icons to become an SBC, a champion SBC of their choice. So Socrates is the first name we will reveal.
It is a red. You can see there, just a red above Alihanlion's name there. That tackle is a red, and that's a tough goal to concede. Goes straight for the keeper's legs. Emre Yilmaz smirks. He knows it's a bit fortunate, but 7-2 with a red card. That's job done.
So he didn't score the free kick.
Yeah, no.
But he made the most of it about 10 seconds later.
That's beautiful.
Ilian! That goes in. He needs 2 goals in 15 minutes, and it could be a very different game. Hang on a second. No.
He's just going to keep on scoring. Emre's so ruthless, you know. No remorse.
Emre Yilmaz is still unbeaten. There is a world, by the way, that Emre Yilmaz could go through this whole eChampions League, which will happen if he becomes champion, without losing a single game. He would have drawn one game, Ryan, and he would have won all of the other matches.
Yeah, 8-2 as well. As an Arsenal fan, it's a bit of a sensitive scoreline, I can't lie, but to beat someone like Alihan 8-2, ridiculous. Offside.
I mean, Ryan, you're 8-2 up. Why is Emre Yilmaz still look?
That's what I'm saying.
Like Renzo doesn't look like he wants to watch it. Why is he still pushing for more?
I think he just wants to prove a point to everybody left in this competition that he means business. There's no room for sentiment. It's about just being deadly in front of goal. It's going to be a red in it and a pen, or is that another red? It could be. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Is it?
No, I don't think it's up.
It's not going to be 9, is it?
Wait, what's this?
Emre Yilmaz.
Oh, he's put someone under the wall. That's hilarious. It's not. Yeah, look,
Maradona. Not sure what he was looking for there. Low driven. Well, for Alihan, it's going to be a quarter-final exit for him in his first ever LAN event. He's made it into the best 8 in Europe, and I can assure you it won't be the last that we've seen of this man. But for Emre Yilmaz, he's not put a foot wrong, has he? He's been unbelievable. A real classy performance. And if this is how he walks into his game against Nicholas.
Tried to be smart. You see at the first shot he had before the keeper saved it, he went for a power shot near post. That time went for Trevella to the far post. But Alihan done well to move the keeper. But the thing is, the game was sort of out of his hands early on. When you go 5-0 down in a game of this magnitude, it's going to be... It is mission impossible. You give yourself too much of a mountain to climb, and for Alihan, of course, commiserations, but he's had a great tournament. It's just unfortunate how this game has panned out for him.
Added time of 2 minutes. As it looks to be, it's going to be Nicholas against Emre Yilmaz, 2 former eChampions League winners, coming head-to-head in the semi-final for a spot in the big one, the $75,000 game of FC.
At least we have one previous eChampions League winner guaranteed to be in the final, which is ridiculous to say that.
There is a world as well, Ryan, where there could be 2 previous eChampions League finalists there. There's the full-time result between the 2 of them. Commiserations to Alihanlion, who crashes out of the eChampions League in the quarter-finals. But for Emre Yilmaz, what a performance, what a statement he's made to the rest of the competition. His earnings go up to $30,000 just by making the semi-final, from 10k to 30,000, as we jump across to this one for the last 5 minutes. As much as Ilian has given this a real good go, Ryan, when you're 4-0 down that early on, you're asking for a miracle.
Yeah, giving himself way too big of a task to come back from that deficit. He done well to bring it to 4-3, but then I think the turning point for me is conceding straight after half-time. That's brutal. I feel like if you can maybe go 5-10 minutes-ish still remaining at 4-3, give yourself a chance to breathe and get back into a rhythm, but you concede straight away, it gives the momentum in favor of Nicholas just mentally.
Difficult one for Ilian Bushi to take as well, Ryan, because he's been so close to qualifying for the World Championship this year. Last year was one game away from the eSports World Cup. This year, his teammate got the World Championship ticket and not him.
Yeah, it's a very difficult one, but he's so good, it will happen one day. You can't be that good and just get unfortunate every single time, so it's just about keep on going.
Added time of 1 minute. Nicholas against Emre Yilmaz, a confirmed semi-final. Ilian Bushi. You can see exactly what this competition means to him. Unfortunately, crashes out of the competition. For Nicholas, though, something in the air just feels a little bit different about this guy. We know his levels, we know what he's already achieved, Ryan, but he's 2 wins away from being an eChampions League winner.